Morning, it's a beautiful day to be almost retired. I'm Tony. This is Lucy. So every day is another day closer to the day that we get to take our new trailer out on its maiden voyage. And I wanted to give an update. Hi Angie.
Hello.
So for those of you who didn't watch any of our earlier videos, we have a pop-up trailer that we're moving from, and it's been stored for the winter, so we actually just opened it up and got a whole bunch of stuff out. But
got all the baskets and things that we had stored in there and brought them all in here to see where they would fit. I picked up a dish strainer because I have always done dishes outside in kind of a two-pan system, so now I have a good sink to do just some dishes. So that little drainer, whatever, came with cups and bowls and some ice cube trays, which we've never had before, so because we've never had a freezer.
And you were pretty excited about this because it was budget, right?
Yeah, it was like $8 at Walmart, and you know, when I looked online, even Amazon had, you know, $20 for a dish drainer. It just seemed like such a big amount of money. Not really, but you know, for a dish drainer.
Yeah.
I picked up some shelf liner because I've read that that's good to keep things from sliding all over the place, and just grabbed a few things from inside that I thought I'd need. And
so going from a pop-up trailer that has no kitchen to a kitchen this size, we're finding that there's a lot of things that we do need. So we've replaced some things in our kitchen recently that we're able to use in here, some pots and pans and that kind of thing. Because we've never had a traveling kitchen, the thing that kind of concerns me is going down the road, everything bouncing, and so show the plates. What are you doing to keep the plates?
We picked up these Camco brand plate stackers, and they have kind of a non-slip there, and these don't move. But I'll probably put some sort of towel over the top. But the bowls, this can hold like teacup, saucer type plates or bowls. So I was going to use the shelf liner in here and then a towel over all of this, so it kind of buffers it a little bit. And we'll see what happens.
So does that lock the plates in, or is that just sitting in there?
They're just, it's perfectly to the size, so it kind of locks them in. The top one might move, that's why I want to do like a big beach towel over the top. But, you know, we'll see. It's old Corel, so I'm not worried about it. You know, if it does break, it's replaceable.
Yeah, but it's mostly the cleanup that I fear. Having to clean up a bunch of broken plates.
Shattered Corel, yeah, definitely.
So one thing that's cool about this trailer is under the stove, it has the peg, what do you call this, like peg storage? System,
yeah.
So you can put things in there and then put the pegs in to be able to lock them in a little bit. But again, it's going to be a lot of bouncing and that kind of thing. But the stoves in these little, I mean, this is a 30-foot trailer, so it's not little, but the stove oven is pretty small.
A lot of height.
So Angie found some smaller sheet trays.
Quarter sheet cookie sheets.
Oh, okay. So they're just standard quarter sheet, right?
Yeah, it's a quarter. It's like a 9x13 basically in size, but it's not the height of like a cake pan. So that'll be good for flatter things, you know, baked chicken or something. And then this, you could do, it's a little higher, but not too high for this oven. So you could, it's a cake pan, but it'll work.
Okay, cool. So I got a couple of questions from our first video of why we bought this trailer, asking what I bought to go along with it. So what didn't come with this is a anti-sway bar, the sewer hose, water pressure regulator, clean water, drinking water hose, and the gray water washout hose. And we also bought a surge suppressor. I got this trailer is a 50 amp, so I bought a 50 amp. And the one thing that I don't know, say that we go to a park that only has 30 amp, if the 50 amp would still protect it at a 30 amp, because it's supposed to protect for like lightning strikes or brown power. So I don't know that. I'm gonna have to find that out. Anti-sway bar, I bought one from the dealership because we were driving immediately from there in Idaho, Post Falls, Idaho, back to our home, and we had to go over Snoqualmie Pass and Tiger Mountain Pass. I'd never pulled anything this long before, so it concerned me, and even with that on, going past the semis, it was waving a little bit. Right as the trailer gets in front of the semis, it kind of gets sucked over into that lane. I can't even imagine what it would be like if I didn't have that anti-sway. So I'd highly recommend that. So we did buy a sewer hose kit. It comes in two 10-foot lengths, has a clear elbow so that you can see how close it is to being empty. Unfortunately, the one that we got, I think, might have been damaged in transit, so I've reordered another one that was from Amazon. Once I get that and I find out that it's okay, I'll link all this stuff in the description so that you see what we're using. So I'm interested to hear what you may have used for the sewer hose, the surge suppressor, the water regulator, the anti-sway. I know that there's a lot of products out there, and I did spend a lot of time reading about each one before I made my decision, but you know, you always hear the good and the bad, so we'll see how it is. We don't have a reservation right now at a campsite, but we're planning on going down to Alder Lake, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away from where we live. And it's a first come, first serve at this point until they open up reservations. So we're going to try to go down there for 2 or 3 nights to kind of hammer out our issues before our first trip, which is at the end part of April, which is a little bit farther away. So anyway, just wanted to give an update of our progress. I did have a couple of problems from the dealership, and when I called them, they walked me through the process to start a claim with Grand Design. I haven't done that yet, but I will, and from what I understand, Grand Design is really good and easy to work with, so I'll give an update on that as well. So our maiden voyage is coming up, and right after that, Angie is going to be camping out in the backyard with our grandson, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hi, Max.
Hi, Max.
Hopefully we'll be able to show a little bit of that. I mentioned a couple of times that we're going to this trailer from a pop-up trailer, and we're getting the pop-up trailer ready to sell. So I'm putting together a video of, or it's probably going to end up being a couple of videos of what I'm doing to get that ready. There's a lot of sealant and other things that I need to take care of before I feel confident to sell it. But watch for those videos. All right, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you checking out our videos. Check out the other videos on our channel and make sure you subscribe and leave us comments. We're still interested to hear about your experiences with your trailer, what you decided to get and why, and finding out what kind of accessories and things that you've done to get your trailer ready for your trips. So anyway, we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye. As I mentioned, we have... What do I do with my hand? What do I normally do with my hand?